Sanibonani bafundi, igama nguThandeka Okabekwa. Wozani, come closer. Today we are just focusing on poetry revision. Zizivivinyo sezisondele. The exams are around the corner, so we might as well, just prepare. Right. Sizoqala-ke ngokubheka-ke amagama okuyiwona avamile. Amagama avamile, it means common words that you would find in poetry questions. So imbuzo namagama abalulekile noma avamile, right? So igama elithi phawula, we see this word a lot in unseen poetry in the senior phase where they want you to comment. Usually they would ask you to comment about lines or about stanzas. Bathi phawula ngemigqa, phawula ngezitanza, right? Igama-ke elilandelayo isihlobo luni. Ihlobo luni means what type. So you would see leliya gama, lawa magama kakhulu kuma-comprehensions as well, ihlobo luni, all right? And also nakuyona poetry, in poetry as well. Umuntu onjani, what kind or what type of a person, because the question word onjani, it means what type or what kind. Yiphi indikimba, which theme? The ndikimba is a theme that is also quite common in poetry from as early as grade 8 right up to matric. Isimo sembongi, umbuzo balulekile-ke naloya. Isimo sembongi, it's the poet's state of mind. So here you are just speculating because of the words that are used in the poem. Probably this is how, Imbongi was thinking or maybe felt. All right. Sinjani isigqi. Isigqi is the pace, and this question is quite common. How is the pace in a poem? So, and usually these are the words that are used to substantiate this question, isigqi. So you always substantiate by touching on izimpawu zokuloba, the punctuation signs, or iziphumuzi. The next question word is bani, which means who. Depending on the context of the question, it may also mean what. Kulumangani, talking about what? So this question, it aligns a lot to umqondo osobala wenkondlo, the obvious meaning, ikhuluma ngani le nkondlo, or uthisha ngathi-ke chaza umqondo osobala, uyezwakala. Then umqondo osobala-ke also, which is the obvious meaning, which simply means what does the poem really about. And then khipha-ke amagama khipha inigama tomula, which means take out or pick or extract. Sometimes abafundi, they get confused when they see these words, and usually the teachers make them bold so that you can just quickly pick up think of the meaning of the magama la ukhipha notomula nothola, which means find. Okay. Right, akesibheke-ke imibuzo-ke evamisile-ke ngesihloko. So I'll be using examples from the poems that are found in a book called Sekuyasa Nakiti. We have a series of those books at Kabekwa Mombo, Sekuyasa Nakiti, from grade 8 right up to matric. So all of this information you would find there. Ningakhohlwa-ke futhi-ke ukusubscribe-ke, ni-like. Ake sibheke-ke imibuzo-ke evamile ngesihloko, the common questions that relate to isihloko being a title. Ake siqale sibheke isibonelo senkondlo A. Let us start by looking at an example for poem letter A. Right, so if you look at this poem, there is the name of the poet there, uNolwazi Maci, but there is no given isihloko laphayana. So, and then if you look just below the actual stanza or that poem, example of that poem, there is a question that says, Nikeza isihloko ngegama lembongi ebhale le nkondlo. Nikeza is to give, isihloko is the title. and the name of the poem negama of the poets, the name of the poet igama lembongi, who wrote this poem. So this is just to show you, which is sometimes, especially in scene poetry, the examiner may give you the poem that you have done in class, and they may omit, they may leave out isihloko just to see if you can recognize the poem that you did in class, and have you still, expected to answer and write the name of the imbongi. Siyazwana le nto, right? So sometimes you may be given a poem that is done in class without the title, and you may be asked to just write the title to show that you know the poem. Okay, so there's one thing that you can also expect in the exam. Remember, we're preparing for the exams, right? And then amanye amagama that are important, nikeza, which means give, humusha, which also means translate. Those words are very important when you are preparing for a poetry test or a comprehension test, right? Let's look at example of poem B. Ukube benginamandla bengiyomthukusa lingamtholise lalanzondo bekuyothi lapho lifika lona elaziwa njengenuku ngimufihle wangibeletha. So this is another poem. There is no title showing or written, but the question says, sithini isihloko negama lembongi? Can you see this question over here and that question over there is asking for one and the same thing, but the phrasing of the question is different. Please be mindful of imibuzo, right? Look for a key word like isihloko in this case, and here you can see which is isihloko is what is common between those two words. Nikeza means give, sithini means what is the isihloko and the name of the poet. Then the final example, you are given isihloko owangibeletha and the name of imbongi Thika Bekwa Mkhize, right? So, and then they're asking you to humusha isihloko senkondlo ngesingisi. So in this case, it is given, but you are asked to humusha. And what is to humusha? Yes, it means to translate. What is it that you are translating? Isihloko senkondlo, the title of the poem, and you are humushing it in isingisi. So imbuzo ngesihloko ke, it could be in this format in the junior phase as well as, in the senior phase. Uma siqhubeka ke nemibuzo ngesihloko, kwesinye isikhathi ke uthisha or an examiner may use igama thola, right, instead of saying humusha, but thola incazelo. Incazelo is the meaning. Incazelo could be it's the explanation yesihloko senkondlo ngayinye, right, of the title of each poem, right? So let's say kusho ukuthi la unikezwe iy'nkondlo ezahlukahlukene, and then you are expected, right? So nansi, the first one is owangibeletha and the second one is ngikhumbuzeni, right? So this next question, another example is thola ukuthi isihloko ngasinye sikhuluma ngani. Just find out what each title is talking about. Sikhuluma ngani, all right? So here, the sikhuluma ngani is just focusing on just isihloko. Sometimes khuluma ngani may be focusing on maybe about the whole poem where you give the obvious meaning, all right? So using this as an example, Owangibeletha, it's a poem ekhona kwa grade 10 sekuyasana kithi. So you could say sikhuluma ngomama. Isihloko is talking about mom, or owangibeletha noma owangizala, right? So it's about a mother who carried me or on her back or who gave birth to me, right? And then la enkondlweni ethi ngikhumbuzeni, you can say imbongi ifuna abantu abazoyikhumbuza, meaning the poet wants people to remind him of something, right? or he's just urging or commanding people, because this is a command. Ngikhumbuzeni, remind me. Kusazwakala. Right, ake sibheke kumsebenzi-ke oqala, umsebenzi 1, la kuthiwa khona khetha impendulo efanele, choose the correct answer. So this is just an exercise for you to do, right? Ukuze sibone ukuthi wazi kangakanani, how much do you know in terms of i-vocabulary yakho yezinkondlo, right? So you've got the column A here and you've got the column B, right? Ibizwa ngani inkondlo enemigqa eyishumi nane? So you're going to find the matching answer la, right? Umugqonjana ovalekile. What kind of a line, what type of a line is said to be valekile? Very important word laphaya, uvalekile, that always has to do with the lines. Umugqonjana ovulekile. What kind of a line is said to be a vulekile line, right? Yini isizura? What is a sizura? Umbuzo mbumbulu ubizwa ngesiNgisi. Yini isigqi ngesiNgisi? Slow pace ngesiZulu, because when you support isigqi, you use this word slow pace and fast pace. So these are the common words that you use to support or to substantiate. Yisho i-fast pace ngesiZulu, yisho i-assonance ngesiZulu, yisho i-consonants ngesiZulu. Comment on the stanza and the lines of the poem. So you will come here and you will find the match. Isigqi esinenzayo ifana nkamisa, isigqi esisheshayo ifana ngwaqa. Phawula ngezitanza nemigqa yenkondlo. Umugqa oneziphumuzi, i-sonnet. Umugqa ongenazo iziphumuzi, a pace. Ikhoma elimaphakathi nomugqa, rhetorical question. Right, all the best with that exercise. Sidluleke sibheke-ke imvumelwano nokuxhumana, right? So imvumelwano, you must always remember which it's the repetition of the same syllable, the same sound in 2 or more consecutive lines. Consecutive lines means one after the other. So now, what do they mean by imsindo, by the syllables, right? So imsindo that they are referring to, it's this combination of letters, right? So in isiZulu, in Zulu words, we have sounds which are vowels just by themselves, especially nouns, because they always start with vowels. You may have a sound which is a consonant and a vowel sound, double consonant and a vowel sound, a triple consonant and a vowel sound, quadruple consonant and a vowel sound. And where you see a vowel that marks the end of a syllable or of a sound, which means you can't have a mvumelwano which is, let's say, it's A N G I at the beginning, right? It cannot be at the beginning or at the end. Let's say you have imvumelwano that has 3 letters, but the first letter being a vowel and the second letter may be a consonant and another vowel. It doesn't work like that. So it needs to be in this combination, imvumelwano yakho, and it's only imvumelwano seqalo that can start with a vowel, that where you can have 2 vowels at the beginning of 2 or more consecutive lines. But at the end, for sigcino, we can't have a vowel by itself. So you can't scoop out a vowel at the end of line 1 and end of line 2 and say that is mvumelwano sigcino. The mvumelwano sigcino, at all times, it must be any of those combinations of letters from a consonant and a vowel up to a quadruple consonant and a vowel sound. So here we're looking at a syllable, but ukuxhumana-ke, we are looking at a complete word or a stem word, because sometimes you may be given a poem where you have the stem word is the same, meaning the stem word, the word that carries the meaning is exactly the same, but it has different prefixes. So if it's just a prefix or the part of the word that keeps changing, you can copy the stem word and reference it as ukuxhumana, or label it as ukuxhumana siqalo maphakathi sigcine, or even okweqanayo that skips a line. So this is the recommended referencing format. So when you are asked to write imvumelwano nokuxhumana, give full details of its location and the example. Unikeza isibonelo, because it's always found in imigqa. This word imi and umu, it's two different things. Imi, it just makes that word to be in plural, and umu, it just changes the word to be in singular. And then isitanza, which is a stanza. All right, so you must give your referencing in that format. The sequential order may not be exactly the same, but you must have all of those three components: an example, the lines where it is found, and the stanza. Sometimes the stanza may be given, like in this question. Look at this example question, a sentence. Thola imvumelwano estanzeni 4. Find a rhyme in stanza 4. So the stanza is given, and then they say, bese usho ukuthi iluhlobo luni, and state what type of mvumelwano it is. Another important thing when you are preparing or when you are writing exams is to look at the mark allocation. Because this is 2 marks, it means this whole referencing that you will give there, even if it has those 3 components, because that is, all of those things are what helps this information make complete sense. So it will be 1 mark, and then for this other part of the question, hlobo it will be another mark, and then you get your 2 marks. All right. So, and then this translates as find a rhyme in the 4th stanza and also state what type of a rhyme it is. So please be mindful of those extended questions where they ask you one thing at the beginning, and then they'll use and also the word bese, and also do whatever that they want you to do extra. So to cover that section, there is the answer yakhona imvumelwano siqalo. All right, kusazwakala. Khumbula ukuthi sinemvumelwano siqalo maphakathi sigcino, ukuxhumana siqalo maphakathi sigcino, bese siba nokuxhumana siqalo okweqanayo, noma imvumelwano siqalo eyeqanayo, which is the one that alternates, that skips a line. Sazwakala ngithi. Ake sibheke-ke imibuzo-ke ngezinhlobo zezinkondlo. Right, so this is another important question in poetry. Lenkondlo uhlobo luni? What type of a poem is this? Or it may be phrased as follows: hlobo luni lwenkondlo lolu? What type of a poem is this? And then these are your possible answers. So when you give impendulo yakho about uhlobo, about the type, it is always important to substantiate, to support. Lenkondlo lyric, and you state why. Ngoba iveza imizwa yembongi yothando. It expresses, or it reflects the poet's love emotions. All right, because lyric, they're supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be more like umculo and stuff like that. Or you can say lenkondlo sonnet, and then you must know what type of a poem is said to be sonnet. Then when you support, you will say that ngoba it has imigqa eyishumi nane. It's a 14-line poem. Lenkondlo satire. Satire ngoba iyagxeka. The spelling for gxeka, the things that you guys write when you write gxeka. Gxeka is GX, right? You must remember that it's a click sound. It's a GXE. It criticizes, depending on what it criticizes. As long as you say it criticizes, that will be a satire. Lenkondlo elegy ngoba ikhuluma ngokufa. Remember ukuthi elegy could be a poem that is just talking about death, or lenkondlo elegy ngoba ikhuluma ngomuntu owahamba. Sometimes it may be talking about someone who lived. That's not supposed to be lyric, it's supposed to be eulogy. All right, about someone who just up and left. Ake sibheke-ke nanku umsebenzi-ke wesibili. Right, so umsebenzi 2, Nanka amagama abalulekile, the mqondofana, you'll find these words in poetry, and that always means a synonym. Umqondophika, which always means an antonym. Izimo zenkulumo, the phrases as well, right? So this is an example of the poem. It's in our grade 10 book, Owangibeletha, the one who carried me. Right, so inkondlo siyabona inezitanza 1, 2, 3, 4 inezitanza ezine. Ake sibheke-ke imibuzo yakhona. Le nkondlo iluhlobo luni? Usho ngani? So after reading the poem, they may ask you, what type of a poem is this? And why do you say that? Right. So then you go back to le nkondlo lyric, le nkondlo elegy, le nkondlo whatever it is, and then you have to support usho ngani. Why do you say that? Then they may say, thola umqondofana walamagama enkondlweni. Find, thola umqondofana, the synonym of the following words in the poem. Umuntu ontshontshayo. So if you have done inkondlo, and then you will know ukuthi umuntu ontshontshayo yini, what exactly is umuntu ontshontshayo. So if you look at line 2, imbongi says, bengiyomthukusa lingamtholi isela. Isela is entshontshiso, isela umuntu ontshontshayo. So that's the word you're looking for. Bengiyomthukusa. Ukuthukusa yini? Ukuthukusa ukufihla. Bengiyomfihla. Number 3, ezulwini, emqondofana. And if you go through inkondlo, ubheka igama elithi ezulwini, abaduduzi bathi usendaweni engcono. A better place when someone dies, that your soul or your spirit goes to is the heaven. Endaweni engcono, right? So ngikho phezulu nje lo msebenzi. I'm just, touching. I'm not going into detail, but just to help you see how the questions are phrased and how you can respond to questions. Then umenzi, there's a capital letter laphayana. Umenzi is the creator. So who could that be when you go back to the poem? Ake sibheke ukuthi-ke umenzi ukuphi la ekhona, right? So igama-ke likaNkulunkulu leliyana igama-ke likaMdali, igama the creator, right? So if you can find the word that says creator enkondlweni-ke, that is your answer. Siyayibona leyo ndaba, right? Yilowo ongumenzi. So it's written as umenzi laphana. It should have been mhlambe maybe uNkulunkulu, God. All right. Chaza lezi zimo zenkulumo. Explain these phrases. Ukushaya ngolonwabo kusho ukuhamba kancane. Sengiyolala ngenxeba, sengiyokwamukela isimo. I will accept the situation. I will embrace the situation. Sengiyohlanza ngedela. Ukuhlanza ngedela nakhona kusho to give up, right? So I will just have to give up and accept ukwamukela isimo. Yeah, kwamukela isimo. Right, siyayibona le ndaba. Umsebenzi 3, ake sibheke umsebenzi 3, inkondlo ithi ngikhumbuzeni, remind me. Le nkondlo ingihlobo luni, usho ngani, right? Mase niyifundile-ke eklasini, you can even go and ask your teacher ukuthi konje sasithe, what type of a poem is this, right? Why do we say that? Thola umqondofana, the mqondofanas are the synonyms of the following words. Bahleke, nazi impendulo, bavezele umhlathi, bangixhawule, babambe ithambo, ukuxhawula is to bamba ithambo. Bahlebe, banyenyeze, abantu abadumile osaziwayo. So the answers are already there for you. Okay. Chaza lezi zimo zenkulumo. Ukushaya ngokucetshwayo kusho ukuhamba ngey'nyawo. Walk barefoot. Ukushaya indiva, it means to neglect, okay, or ignore. Ngiyizeleze, ngingelutho when I'm nothing. Odla imbuya ngothi, umuntu ohluphekayo. Siyabona ukuthi ibhalwa kanjani imibuzo. Then izifenqo-ke zibalulekile nezifenqo. These are the figures of speech and the possible questions ahambisana nezifenqo. Thola isifaniso. What is a sifaniso? It's a simile. All right. So sibona kanjani isifaniso? So isifaniso is a simile, and you can easily identify it on a noun prefix with any of these prefixes. Sibonakala sinonjenga, okwa, sa, fana na, nje, like an example, njenge, nuku. Right, so the njenga will not always be an njenga. Depending on the noun, it may end up, it may be in njenge, njengo, where we just must match but it means like or as. Khipha isibonelo sesenzo ukuthi estanzeni sesibili, right? They may phrase the question like that. What is a senzo ukuthi? A senzo ukuthi is an ideophone. It's a word that emphasizes, it may be the action within the poem, or it may emphasize the color, like the redness of an object, or maybe the falling of an object. So iwona lawo magama esiwabiza ngokuthi izenza ukuthi, not ideophones but onomatopoeia, right? Because the ideophones nazo zibe nobusenza ukuthi, but they're more about sound. Then tomula-ke umugqa oyihaba estanzeni 2. Ihaba is a hyperbole where the poet exaggerates, right? They may exaggerate the size of a normal object to be massive or super small, right? So bangakwenza lokho. If you look at line number 15, it says kweyami inhliziyo uyophila ingunaphakade, right? So exaggerating ukuthi this person will live forever in their heart. And then isenzo ukuthi, which is an onomatopoeia, which we have already, sometimes kwihaba you would find ukuthi imbongi will just add a kazi at the end of the verb just to exaggerate. And also they may use amagama that diminishes, like an example, inkondlo ethi khohlwa abadelile, where imbongi is talking about inhliziyo kabadelile ukuthi lalelikhulu ithemba enhliziyweni yakhe engekho, right? That was non-existent. So exaggerating, the size where yenhliziyo kabadelile ukuthi incane, right? And then umsebenzi 4, more questions on izifenqo, and also impindwa. Impindwa is also a type of isifenqo. Tomula isibonelo sesenzo ukuthi. We already mentioned ukuthi isenzo ukuthi is an onomatopoeia, right? It emphasizes an action. It may emphasize the color. It may emphasize, but it supports another word. And then nikeza isibonelo semigqa eyimpindwa. Remember, impindwa, you need to have 2 or more consecutive stanzas, not lines. So impindwa may be found at the beginning of the line, the first line in every stanza, or the last line in every stanza, like here, Ngikhumbuzeni, line 7, and line 13. And also when you're asked these things, please don't just copy the lines, just rather write umuqa whatever number and imuqa whatever number. Then it's easier, you are saving yourself time. Paligama elingukwenza sasilwane. Ukwenza sasilwane is the act of an animal. They're saying stanza 3. Let me see ukuthi sikhona yini ukwenza sasilwane lapho bengithi inhlaba qhwebane banyenyeze bengikhomba bengakholwa uyena uqobo banqakuzisa amakhanda uma esezwa ngosizwile izihlobo nabangane sebengifunga ngikhumbuzeni. I think this is not relevant to this poem. But again, these are type of questions that you can expect. Keep his funnies is stanza 3. All right. I don't know if I looked at stanza 3 or I was actually looking at stanza number 2. Maybe there is a Uwenza Sasilwane lapaya. Right, but be mindful. Oh yes, stanza number 3. So I looked at stanza number 2. There's stanza number 3. Lapho singindiza okwenyoni. Ukundiza is an act of enyoni. Inyoni is an animal. Can you see ukuthi lokuya ukwenza kwasilwane ukundiza, just like okwenyoni is then isifaniso. Uyabona, right? Hlobo luni lwesifenqo olutholakala emgqeni 14. What type of a figure of speech is found in line 14? Lapho sengindiza okwenyoni. So it's the same kind of it's the same answer, but it's phrased differently. So impindwag is a refrain, and it is the repetition of the same line at the beginning or at the end of the two consecutive stanzas that you know. Imbuzo-ke ngomoya wenkondlo, right? So we're using this poem as an example once again. Imbuzo-ke may be asked as follows: Unjani umoya wenkondlo? Right? How is the mood of the poem? Le nkondlo inamuphi umoya? It may be phrased like that. Ukuthi-ke, how this poem has, you know, what is the tone? What is the mood? And then they will ask you to support or substantiate. Sekela impendulo yakho. Usho ngani? Why do you say that? So impendulo-ke may be written as follows: Le nkondlo inomoya oxubile for poems that have mixed emotions, but you need to identify those emotions. But also, when you give your answer, look at the mark allocation. You can't list all the emotions that are found in a poem when the mark allocation is just 2 marks. So you just write 2 things and then you move. Estanzeni 1 to 3, imbongi iveza umoya wokuzisola ngokuhluleka ukufihla noma ukuthukisa umawayo. From stanza 1 to 3, the poet is actually reflecting umoya, which is the mood or the tone of regret, ukusola, ukuhluleka ukufihla, for failing to hide or ukuthukusa umama wayo, her mom. Estanzeni 4, imbongi iyemukela, meaning she accepts or she embraces the situation, isimo sokuthi umama wayo akasekho, that her mom is gone. Sengiyohlanza ngedela. These are the words that the poet uses in stanza number 4, meaning I will just have to accept the situation. Futhi ithi isiyoduduza, she will be comforted ukumcelela indlela by asking you know, for her to have a safe journey towards her creator. Siyibona lezi zinto ukuthi zisebenza kanjani. Unjani umoya wenkondlo, right? They may ask like that. Le nkondlo inamuphi umoya? So bese sike sakhava-ke lokho. So if you are doing this poem at school, so you can just write your answer, check it with your teacher, and see if you have phrased it well. Remember to ushongani, that ushongani means why do you say that, and sekela impendulo yakho, that you have to substantiate. And remember at all times with poetry, substantiate and look at the mark allocation, because you don't want to waste time. Ingakhohlwa ukuthi imisebenzi-ke siyanayo laphaya, izincwadi ezisizayo. Visit our website, www.kabekwamombo.co.za, and don't forget to like our work and also subscribe, so we can be motivated to just help more and reach out to more students. Let's look at the final possible question in poetry that you can prepare. Imbuzo ngomqondo sobala. Questions about the obvious or literal meaning. Nikeza umqondo sobala wale nkondlo. Give a literal meaning you know, of this poem. Ngamaphuzu amathathu, sometimes they may ask you to write a number of points in supporting or in just stating and giving a literal meaning to the poem, bhala umqondo sobala, but using 3 points. Then this is how you write points. When you write points, please put the bullet points on the side so that it's clear to the teacher who is marking. They don't have to, you know, look for points, right? So that it's nice and visible. Le nkondlo ikhuluma ngomama wembongi. This poem is talking about the poet's mother. Imbongi ifisa sengathi ngabe yamfihla ukuba ukufa kungakafiki. So she wishes that she maybe she acted swiftly and hid her mom before the death arrived. Imbongi iyasola, imbongi is just regretting, kodwa siyamukela isimo, but she regrets being slow, but now she has decided to accept the situation because there is nothing that she can do. So uma ungaphasanga ki-poetry-ke, angazi, All right, so I'm hoping that you know, even though they are not, these poems are not actually subject, I mean, a grade specific, because the poems that are used here are of like a grade 10 book, right? So, but they apply to everyone from grade 8 right up to matric. You will find something that will suit you. Ngiyabonga-ke ngesikhathi senu, ningakhohlwa-ke uku-like bese niya-subscribe, like and subscribe and just share and tell your friends and your friends' friends that we have this channel that is helping students. Nisale kahle.